Good night, BEC. It is so good to be back. I thoroughly enjoyed my women's retreat last week, which is why I haven't been live in a few days. But as always, you knew I would be back and I missed you. I absolutely missed you. I hope you had an amazing weekend. I definitely did. If you are connected with me on my personal Facebook page, you will see that I had an amazing women's retreat, and it is good to be back. We are concluding our the month of October, which our theme was six-figure success. And we are concluding that this week. We are going out with a bang as I have a major announcement I am making tonight at the end of this live. Look, if you are with me, someone type hi in the chat. Hello. I want to see everyone. I missed you guys. I really, truly missed you guys. And I'm excited to be here tonight, just to drop nothing but gold nuggets. I got gems for everyone in here as we are concluding our six-figure success month with a bang. Listen, we're going out with a bang. As always, I save the best for last, and I am excited about the live tonight and the live tomorrow night. Guys, if you do not have a pen and a piece of paper, trust me, you're going to want to grab that right quick. You're going to want to take notes. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Dr. Tanisha Pride, the founder of the BEC, the Black Educator Circle. I'm also the proud CEO of Masterful Teaching. Our specialty is career advancement for Black and Brown educators. Now, here's the thing. All this month, I hope you took advantage of the freebies on Friday. Okay. So I had a lot of you take advantage of the Friday freebies. This upcoming Friday is our last freebie for Friday, as it is the conclusion of the principal appreciation month. And so because of that, guys, I want you to take advantage of this final freebie on Friday. What are we talking about tonight? As always, I'm coming at you with something very relevant. I want you to take a look. We're talking about six-figure success secrets. Six-figure success secrets. These are secrets of six-figure educators that I've spoken to personally. Also, of course, if you don't know, Dr. Pride is a six-figure educator. And so with that being said, I'm here all week, today and tomorrow, to give you tips, tricks, and the know-how of six-figure educators for your success. So today is part one of our six-figure success secrets, right? Say that 10 times fast. Have mercy. Today is part one of our six-figure success secrets. Tomorrow will be part two. All right. And so trust me, I'm stalling right now. I want you to get something to write with, something to write on, so you can get these secrets down. Also, drop in my DMs if you have a question about any of these. Okay, definitely drop in my DMs. If you're joining me live, say hello, please. Type hello in the chat. I want to say hi. I want to acknowledge you. If you are watching this on replay, type hashtag replay in the chat. I will personally reach out and make sure to say hello. What are we talking about here with this six-figure success secrets? Let's get down to the nitty gritty. These are things that I'm sure you have not heard of. And we're talking about diversifying. Okay. Diversifying. We're also talking about on this evening, your mindset and vision. Okay. And we're also talking about your mind. We're going to conclude that with your mind, different from your mindset. And I'll definitely get into that this evening. And in terms of diversifying, some of you may have heard, hi, I see you. Your comment just came in. Hi, it's so good to have you on here. I'm so happy that you are here. Yay. So just hang out with me for a little bit. Trust me, you will find so much value in tonight. Let's talk about diversifying. Let's talk about diversifying. And Dr. Pride, what do you mean when you're talking about diversifying? There's power in diversification. There's power in diversification. More specifically, let's get down to it. More specifically, I'm talking about leveraging multiple income streams. You have to have multiple income streams. And I know, especially as educators, this is in one ear and out the other. Why? Because I don't have that type time. Doc, I hear you guys talk about multiple streams of income all the time. I don't have time for that. Let me tell you the secret. Remember, I told you I'm spilling all the tea tonight. Okay, I'm spilling it all. So let me tell you the secret. The wealthy rarely rely on a single source of income. Let me tell you what we do. We diversify our revenue streams. This is a must. So look, if you're with me, you're taking notes, write that down or type it in the chat. Diversify, diversify, diversify. What are we diversifying? We are diversifying our revenue streams. It's a must. This is what that looks like for us educators, okay? So in addition to your primary teaching role or your primary leadership role, right? You've got to explore other outlets. We talked about it a little bit last week. And when I'm saying other outlets, I'm talking about, for instance, online tutoring, right? I'm talking about creating and selling educational resources. I can get into this, but you really quickly, I sold 3 curriculums a few years back, one to Texas Southern University, one to Rice University, and another curriculum I sold more specifically to STEM Scopes. So look, when you're writing, right? When you're writing and creating, you can sell those educational resources to other entities. Here's another thing. You can do some consulting work. You can even venture into unrelated side hustles, right? Some people do Uber, some people do Lyft, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? We're not going to get down deep into the multiple streams of income and the different ways because we've done that already. Last week, the week before that, we dug deep into it. Why don't you go ahead and go back and look at some of the replays that are in the Black Educator Circle for more on that. But what I need you to do is I need you to think about this. Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question here. Okay. How many of you rely solely on your teaching or leadership salary? If you're an assistant principal, how many of you do you rely solely on your AP salary? If you're a principal, do you rely solely on your principal salary? If you're a teacher, do you rely solely on your teaching salary? I'm gonna just give you a millisecond. Think about it. I want you to understand the importance of diversifying your income. You've got to. You cannot put all of your eggs in one basket. Why, Dr. Pride? Why can't I put all my eggs in one basket? The wealthy don't. The wealthy don't. Listen, if this is resonating with you, please type me in the chat. Type that's me in the chat if this is resonating with you. If you even want to go back to church, type amen in the chat if you hear what I'm saying, right? But you've got to diversify because there's power in diversification. All right. Just like investors diversify their portfolios, right? To minimize risks. What's going to happen if you become one of the thousands of teachers that get laid off? What's going to happen if you become one of the thousands of assistant principals or principals that get laid off? What happens if they decide to close your school? Right? I want you to think about these things because they happen. They happen more than you actually think they do. So in diversification, you're going to make sure that you have multiple streams of revenue coming in, multiple streams of income, right? And when you do that, it buffers the blow that may be coming. All right, here we go. Do not put all your eggs in one basket. Do not put all your eggs in one basket. I need y'all to take notes. I need you guys to take notes, please, please. All right. Here's the thing. When one source dips, guess what happens? The other 2 baskets or the other few baskets that you have will compensate for that dip. All right. If you need ways to do this, there's online tutoring. online tutoring. You can also sell your educational resources. You can also do some consulting. You can also do some workshops. There's summer camps. There's after school clubs, right? So all of these are ways that are very financially rewarding, and they're professionally enriching to you. Okay, so make sure you explore these different facets. I hope you're learning. I hope you're learning. Listen, I hope, and I'm so happy that you're with me. If you are still with me, say hello. If I'm giving you something to think about, go ahead and drop that in the chat as well, right? Because just like you're feeding off my energy, I'm feeding off you. Tosh, it's so good to have you on here. Tosh Russ, it's good to see you. It's good to have you on here. Let's go ahead and move forward. I got more for you. Let's talk about your mindset and vision. Let's talk about your mindset and vision. So if you're just logging on, number one, the big secret: leverage multiple income streams. You've got to leverage multiple income streams. Number two, the number two secret: mindset and vision. Watch this. Here's the secret that we don't understand. Okay. Many wealthy individuals credit a growth mindset and the ability to visualize their goals as key factors in their wealth and success. They talk about it all the time, right? I visualized this thing. I planned it out. I wrote my goals. I wrote my vision. Okay. Let me take you to church for a little bit. I understand. Mixed crowd, but I know who I am. Okay. And I know whose I am. So let's go ahead and go to church for a little bit. Habakkuk 2 tells us clearly that we must write the vision and make it plain. I know. I don't know why. Like, and we say, oh, we have vision boards and we write things down and there's power in our words. Guys, these are old concepts because believers know that there's power in our words. And we were actually told to write our vision and make these things plain. When we write our visions, right? When we write the vision and make it plain, it seals it. And so because like the world has just, grabbed hold of this concept, we've known this for eons. This is in the Word of God. So we are to write our vision. And when you write your vision, that aligns, it changes and shifts and aligns your mindset with that vision. That's the power of writing it down and making it plain. So I want you to understand, I really want you to understand that there's such an importance in not just believing in yourself and believing in your abilities, but writing your vision down, making your vision plain. Okay. I want you to understand exactly what this is. Your mindset matters more than your skill set. And you rarely hear leaders talking about the power of your mindset, of your mind, but your mindset matters more than your skill set. So as you're trying to develop all these skills and access trainings to get to get new skills, where's your mind at? Because you can have all the skills in the world, but with the wrong mentality, with the wrong mindset, it don't do you no good. I hope I'm talking to somebody tonight. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I hope this is resonating with you guys. Please type in the chat if this is resonating with you. Type me in the chat right now if this is resonating with you, right? Type me in the chat right now. I want to make sure that I'm going in the right direction and I'm really resonating with you guys in the BEC, right? Because y'all are my family, y'all are my people, right? And so with that being said, guys, I want you to remember your mindset matters more than your skill set. Your mindset matters more than your skill set. So if you don't believe me, I want to introduce to you a concept. It's fixed mindset versus growth mindset. And I know a lot of you have already heard of this, or to some of you, it's ringing a bell. Like I heard that way back, some time ago. But I want to just remind you that a fixed mindset believes in abilities, and it believes that your abilities are static. But a growth mindset believes abilities can be developed with effort. which means I might not have I may be unable right now, right? But all I got to do is learn how to do that thing, and I'll master it. I'll be able to. Does that make sense? So that's your growth mindset versus your fixed mindset. And what this implies, right? This implies that those of us who have a growth mindset are more resilient. I hope I'm talking to somebody right now. Those of us who have a growth mindset, it's proven that we are more resilient. We embrace challenges. We embrace change, right? We're not deterred by our failures because our growth mindset constantly keeps us pushing forward, no matter what the environment or the atmosphere may look like. Come on, y'all. I know I'm talking to someone here. So, what I need you to do, right? I need you to embrace this. I need you to understand that your mindset matters more than your skill set. Is your mind right? And when was the last time you actually wrote your vision? You wrote it down, you actually made it plain. Okay. So, I want you to understand the power of visualization. And I want you to take this and set clear goals. This is what the wealthy do. This is what your six-figure educators do every season. We take some time and we make sure that the actions, the things we are doing, are in alignment with our vision and our goals every single quarter. If this is foreign to you, if this is a practice that you don't do, I strongly suggest you do this. You want to be a six-figure educator? This is what we do. This is what we do. Put this a part of, make this a part of your practice. Make this a part of your practice. Okay. So I want us to understand the power of visualization, right? I want us to understand. Oh, you know what? I was watching the Eagles game, and a lot of the athletes, this is actually what they do. They have an entire week of visualization and setting goals and making sure management makes sure that all team members know the goals, right? And I was listening to some of the training that the Eagles went through, and one of the players said, now I'm really not good with names, but I trust me when I tell you I bleed Kelly green and white. I am a die-hard Eagles fan. My favorite verse is, they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. Okay. All right. So with that, you guys, I'm telling you what they do. Athletes do this all the time. And I know for a fact that the Eagles do this. They share their goals with the team. They take time and they make sure their team, the team visualizes those goals, right? And this leads to success and, of course, improved performance. So what we've got to do, we've got to make sure that our goals are smart. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go back to some prior recordings. Make sure your goals are smart, okay? And you've got to have clear vision for those goals. Break it down into action steps. Write down your vision, right? Make sure that everything that you are doing, all of your efforts, all of your energy is aligned to getting you closer to achieving your goals. Let's go. I'm talking too much. But I want you to understand, I haven't been here in a couple of days. So I want you to understand that your mindset is the foundation of success. Your mindset is the foundation of success. All of the six-figure, seven-figure, eight-figure educators know this thing. It all starts here. So when you cultivate a growth mindset and maintain that clear vision, y'all, come on now, you guys can chart a path towards financial freedom. All right, cool. Look, let's go with the last one. I hope you are with me. If you're still with me, okay, good. People saying me, you're good. Okay, good. I'm glad you're still with me. Stay with me. We got one more. As I say every time, when you meet me in person, I'm 5'3". You're going to do this. Hey, Dr. Pry, I am too short to be long-winded. So this is my last and final point that I want everyone to get. And thank you for staying with me, Tosh. I really appreciate that. Look, here's my final point right here. Okay. Number 3, you've got to invest in continuous learning and professional and personal development. You have to. You've got to invest in your learning. Why? This is what the wealthy do. This is what 6-figure, 7-figure, 8-figure educators do. We invest in our learning. One of the things that I'm doing, I am making sure that I attend every single conference that resonates with who I am, okay? Black and brown, Black educator, and where I'm trying to go, okay? Who I am and where I'm trying to go, okay? So here's the thing. The wealthy understand. Here's the secret, right? Remember I told you I'm dropping secrets? Here's the secret. The wealthy understand that their greatest asset is their mind. Their greatest asset is their mind. And continuous learning ensures that they stay ahead of the game. I'm going to let that sink in for a little bit. By always learning, by always reading, by picking up the latest and greatest news, reading and making sure that I stay abreast of the latest and greatest research, right? I make sure that I stay ahead of the game. We as educators, we already value learning. You guys know this. We already value learning. And because we as educators already value learning, we can, of course, further our qualifications by learning more about financial literacy, even acquiring skills outside of education to increase our value, increase our earning potential. This is what the wealthy do. Guys, quick question for you. When was the last time you learned something not directly related to your teaching, not directly related to your position? When was the last time? So no, I'm not talking about the PDs that your district provides. No, I'm not talking about the learning opportunities that are, that happen in your school or in your district, right? No. I'm talking about when was the last time you learned something outside of your job description. I'll wait. No, scrolling through TikTok and watching reels don't count. So stop that. That's not what I'm talking about. But listen, we have to be lifelong learners, okay? The world is rapidly changing, right? And so learning has to be continuous. Being a lifelong learner isn't just a buzzword, you guys. That's not just a buzzword, guys. That's a lifestyle. It's a necessity, okay? So what I want everyone to understand, I want everyone to make sure that you guys seek to get further qualifications, okay? I encourage you, pursue that higher degree, pursue that certification, right? Why? Because this could lead to, yes, higher paying positions, or it could also lead to you opening your own practice. It could lead to you being a stronger educational consultant. It could lead to you being a stronger curriculum writer / developer. You have no idea, but you desire to go higher. So what is that going to take? That's going to take a higher level of understanding, which comes with a higher level of education. Come on, y'all. Let's talk about it. Let's talk real. That's what we do. Here's the next thing that we don't think about. A higher level of understanding and education comes with a higher level of pay. Come on, y'all. Come on. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to leave that there. Because for some of us, it doesn't matter how much we get paid, because it's not about how much, it's about what we do with it. So now look, I'm going to my next point, financial literacy. Financial literacy. While you're trying to get the coins, are you financially literate? Do you know how to invest? Do you know that saving all of your money doesn't grow your money, right? We got to make our coins work for us, y'all. So while we as educators, we excel in our subject area, our content area, right? The world of finance may be a bit daunting to us, and it's true. I'm just going to let you know, as a business owner, the world of finance, I'm like, I need an accountant, because the world of finance is daunting to me, right? I told you guys, I'm a chemist. I love anything and everything STEM. So I'm all about STEM. I'm all about leadership. I'm all about education. But when it comes to finances, I'm like, ooh, ain't enough books in the world to help me at this point. That's my weakness. So with that, I want you to look into courses on budgeting, look into investing. Even running a small business, guys, can be invaluable with this. Look to obtain and acquire skills outside of education. So start learning about digital tools, start learning about marketing, start even learning about graphic design, you guys, because this can enhance your side hustle. This can enhance your side ventures that you have. So, just for example, a basic understanding of marketing, right, can significantly boost sales of educational resources online. Let's look, for instance, at Teachers Pay Teachers. There are now a number of educators that are millionaires because of Teachers Pay Teachers. So, what is that? That they learned how to market their product, right? Which is what Teachers Pay Teachers do. They also learned how to, of course, create a digital product that is visually appealing. They didn't go to school for that, they had to figure it out. And of course, lastly, they also learn how to accept and take feedback and criticism and tweak their products to make them more impactful and more desirable for their audience, right? So these are just three of the basic things that the six-figure earners on Teachers Pay Teachers did. Okay? So here's my conclusion. When you invest in yourself, you guys, when you invest in yourself, that is the absolute best investment you can ever make. Why? Because the returns on that are insurmountable. I want you to understand that it not only boosts your income potential, investing in yourself not only boosts your income potential, right? But it also ensures adaptability in this changing world. You have no idea what can happen. I got an educator that reached out to me on Monday, letting me know that she was one of 200 teachers that her district laid off, and asking me, what are her next steps? What should she do? Of course, I'm not going to say any names. Absolutely not. But she is in the Black Educator Circle, and we are praying for you, sis. We are absolutely praying for you. But imagine, okay, imagine the blow could have been softened if we established multiple streams of income prior to this moment. And who's to say that the educators under the sound of my breath right now aren't next? Who's to say you're not next? Did she know on Friday that the email from her district was going to be that of layoffs because class sizes are too small and there's not enough funds to fund her teaching position anymore? No, and neither do you. So look, with the economy looking the way it's looking, you got to get right. We've got to get right. I implore you, secure multiple streams of income. Make sure you are a lifelong learner. Make sure that you are doing your best to make the foreign things plain so that you can then, of course, be successful in multiple areas of education. Get your mind right. There's power in your mindset. Write your vision, make that thing plain, because it will then come to pass. And lastly, you need to be able to secure and leverage multiple streams of income. Because who knows? This might be your last week at work. Your district knows it. The news just ain't get to you yet. So be careful. Make sure you've got a cushion to soften that blow that might be around the corner. I hope I helped somebody. Look, if I helped you, let me know. I really hope I helped someone. Because just a little personal testimony. I was one of the 4,000 teachers years ago. I don't even remember what year that was. If I think long and hard, I could. It will come back to me. I want to say 2009. I was one of the 4,000 teachers in New York, in Long Island, excuse me, in Queens, that was laid off. Why? Nothing to do with job performance. It was last hired, so first fired. So because I was the newest teacher, me and 3 other teachers in that building, we were laid off. Guess what I did? I was devastated. That thing rocked me to my core because someone explained to me while I was getting my master's degree that education is rock solid. Teachers never get laid off. What? This is a secure career. And they didn't lie. They didn't. It's rare that we hear teachers being laid off. The economy's got to be real bad. How's the economy looking now? We got to get your house in order. And I'm here to do that. Listen, this is the big news that I'm dropping tonight. Our 3-day 6-figure challenge is coming up. It is next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We've got a 3-day 6-figure educator challenge taking place on October 31st, November 1st, and November 2nd. Here's the thing. You need to be in the building. You need to be in the building because the challenge, ladies and gentlemen, is absolutely free. So I need you to be in the building so that we can help you secure the bag. Why? Don't be that educator that's laid off. Don't be that educator that doesn't have a plan. Don't be that educator that gets the news on a Friday that their job doesn't need them or is dissolved. So no need to come in on Monday. Don't be that. Be that educator that has a backup plan. Be that educator that knows where they're going and has multiple streams of income to support their vision. We're going to teach you how to do that and more during our 3-day 6-figure educator challenge, which is next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I'm dropping the deets all week this week and all weekend. I want you to check the BEC because registration will open tomorrow. All right, guys, I want everyone to have a good night. We will talk. All right, drop in my DMs if you have any questions. Other than that, this was only part 1, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. This was just part 1. And guess what? I got some more news for you. Part 2, guess what? It's taking place tomorrow. So I hope you enjoyed part 1. Part 2, I'm giving you more secrets, brand new secrets on tomorrow. So I'll see you tomorrow night. Have a great night, you guys. 8 p.m. sharp tomorrow. Have a great night. All right.